Amasa, Datanis Newsome, Limim Halite DYU, Laskich Tegu. My English name is Robert Clifton. My feast name is Limim Halite. I'm third generation settler from Norway. And on my father's side, I am a Gitgat person from the Tsimshian Nation, which is north coast of British Columbia. I am currently the Director of Instruction for Indigenous Education for Coast Mountain School District 82, and I graduated MET in 2019. I chose MET because I've always been an early adopter of technology, using technology as a tool to enhance learning in my classroom. I had a mobile Mac lab that was funded by a parent way before technology was integrated into classrooms. Also had a BYOD program previous to that. And so I was always interested in technology and tools that would create participatory and learning environments for students. So I had a couple colleagues who had gone through the MET program and said, you know, Robert, this would be the one that you could do in your sleep, actually. because of my background and my interest. It was something. When I looked at the electives and stuff, it also spoke to perhaps being able to articulate and think about how to explore and align current research and theory with my own practice. I think the MET program has definitely helped me think about refining and honing my practice, certainly when it comes to thinking about best practices related to creating a design for learning that is very that acknowledges what is relevant to many learners in relation to 21st century classrooms. When I think about creating spaces that allow for educators to get out of the way and for co-construction to truly happen, where students are agentic in their learning, technology certainly has a place to help with that, so that the educator is able to get out of the way and let the magic of learning happen in a self-determined way. I would say certainly it helped me understand some of the things that I came to know as best practice through lots of experimentation and willingness to learn alongside my students. I had never articulated or written or put down sort of processes, practices, frameworks connected to powerful learning environments. And I think the MET really gave me the opportunity in which to take what was sitting up here in my mind and my heart and my spirit and actually make sense of it and shape it and put it in such a way that I could actually share it with others. And it certainly has made its way into some of the professional development that I've offered to other educators. I would say my valuable learning experiences came in courses with instructors who made space for Indigenous ways of knowing and being and thinking, so that there was autonomy and agency given to the learner, so that there were ways in which I could represent my knowledge production in ways that aligned with my identity and who I am as a bicultural and biracial person. And so walking in those two worlds and finding ways in which to both meet the expectations academically at the same time, ensuring that the courses that I was taking would be relevant to me. I think the most thing that was impactful was many of those instructors were very receptive to the ways I was approaching the work. Well, I mean, certainly the things that I value as an educator, there were a few instructors that I came across that were very um, innovative and on the edge instructors. And so I'm always looking to grow my capacity beyond, my current ways of thinking about the delivery of courses. And certainly with an online environment, it was timed very, very perfectly, since when COVID hit, I did step up and help contribute to coaching and mentoring other educators as they were shifting their learning to or to support learning in online learning spaces. And so I think that was the the biggest surprise or aha moment is I was actually able to put what I learned into play almost immediately. I think the most important thing to think about in your MET journey is that you have the flexibility and agency to choose the elective courses that will best enhance your own professional practice. But it is also a journey of personal learning. So both the personal and the professional are potentially activated and intertwined when you find the ways in which you are going to give as much as you are going to receive into each course. And so that reciprocal nature of learning, and I really love the fact that many of the courses created spaces in which learning and knowledge was co-constructed and shared. One of the things, the pieces of advice that I would say for people who are in the program or applying for the program was to stay very on top of the requirements through using a schedule, using the calendar, and being prepared to engage in lots of discussion threads, and do so in a way that mirrors natural conversations rather than sort of academic positioning. And so the most natural conversations that involved a lot of or revealed a lot of learning were done in forums that weren't trying to meet what they thought the expectations of the instructor were, but actually meeting each participant where they were at and build upon ideas and offerings that they contributed to in the discussion threads. I would say one of the most impactful courses that I took was the Indigeneity Technology and Education. And also the other course that I took, I'm just trying to remember the name of it, which was very philosophical, was the New Materialism meets the history of educational media. And also there was a digital games and learning. I found those instructors very great examples of the passion, and their practice were, brought to the forefront, and it really created dynamic and energetic learning between all participants. And I would say that, when we're thinking about creating learning spaces that are going to be purposeful and relevant to today's learner, especially through the K-12 education system, that those courses and many of the courses were allowed for additional ways in which to think about how to both engage in a disruptive pedagogical approach that is going to be more both in a responsive way to the needs and the realities of today's learners.